Things I want to know: can a shop withhold your flat rate hours completed until customer pays for repair? The answer is depends on how your contract is written up, but a shop that does that is a shitty shop. And now let's talk about this. Let me go to the garage away from the house. If a shop is telling you that they want you to assume the responsibility, just like them, of waiting for payment on a vehicle that they employ you on to work, then that means you should assume responsibility of some of that ownership of that shop, because they're wanting you to assume that same responsibility of getting paid. If you're a flat rate tech or an hourly tech, flat rate tech, we'll just specifically talk about them, working for somebody else, and you're doing a job, and their policy changes to you don't get paid until the customer pays for that job, quit working for that shop and go somewhere else, because that is not your responsibility to get that payment. It's your responsibility to get that job done and done correctly, and it's their responsibility to go after the money. You're there to secure them being able to put that work out. They're employing you because you're quality work. Flat rate or not, when the job is done and it's time for a paycheck, those hours are on your paycheck. You should never have to assume the responsibility of waiting for that money or tracking down that money as a regular flat rate employee. Never. I've seen shops do that to people before, and those technicians, those good technicians, leave and go somewhere else because that is not their responsibility to track down the money. Because if you want to assume the responsibility of, if you want me to assume the responsibility of being liable for taking payment or being penalized for payment not showing up on time, then you're assuming that I'm assuming that you want me to also have stake in the company as an owner of the company, because I'm assuming the same liability as you. Doesn't work that way. When that tax paycheck is due, those hours are due, regardless if the customer paid for that job or not. That is not the technician's fault.